Gasoline is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curson, producer, creator of Gasoline. Hope you enjoy.
When I think XA-GT Coupe, I think muscle. These things are an iconic looking car. I do love my XYs, don't get me wrong, but I reckon the XA is equally as tough. These things at Bathurst were a real awesome looking piece of machinery too. Plenty of room in those rear wheel arches to fit great big racing tyres, and they look fantastic. Apparently around Bathurst they were very stable, these things. A little bit longer in the wheelbase than some of your Tiranas and what have we, and they were very good at extra high speeds down Conrod Straight, and that's what matters at the end of the day. This one here spots a 351 4V backed by a 4-speed top loader. She'd certainly be a wild ride on the street and look absolutely superb. Well, look at what I've found here, a real find. Two beautiful award-winning cars here behind me, owned by Peter Rujanowski. Starting with this absolutely sensational Concourse 66 Mustang GT convertible in the beautiful Raven Black. And it's fully loaded, this thing too. He got this thing in down condition out of Michigan. Brought it over here, pulled the thing right down and built it from the ground up. And you can see why this thing has won awards. It thoroughly deserves it. As I said, it's fully loaded. It's got air conditioning, power steering, electric roof, you name it, it's got it. I don't know why you'd want air conditioning in one of these convertibles, because believe me, you pull the roof down on these things on a sunny day and it's absolutely awesome. Feel that wind running through your hair. And check this thing out directly behind me here, this sensational Quicksilver XY GT. Ever wondered what it'd be like to go back to 1970 or 71 and buy a brand new XY GT off the showroom floor? Well, viewers, this is about as close as it gets. He bought this car in local Victoria from down the Glenroy area. It was in down condition in primer, sitting in someone's backyard, all covered up. What a find. They're still out there. It took him 3 years to do a concourse ground-up rebuild on this car. It's amazing. You can get bits for these things these days. They're still available from people like GT Ford Performance. He's also sourced a lot of new old stock parts because he wanted it as close to original as possible. It's got the old 351 4V and a top-loaded trans. This thing is absolutely beautiful, and once again you can see why it has also won awards. Peter, you've done a great job, mate, and I'm very envious. If I had these two cars sitting in my shed, I reckon I'd be very, very satisfied. Well, we're with Maurice McAuliffe here. He's an extremely angry-looking XC Falcon. How's it going for you here today, mate?
Yeah, really good actually. We PB'd today. Previous best was a 941. Today we went 9402. So we PB'd by quite a fair margin today. The track was killer. The air was awesome. So yeah, that was really good.
Fantastic, mate. It must have one very mean power plant. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's basically a dart block, small block Ford, 302 motorsport cylinder heads, aluminium cylinder heads, fairly large solid roller cam. My engine guy won't tell me the specs, but I believe it's somewhere in the 700-800 lift range.
How big is the engine?
396 cubic inch. Yep. Yeah.
It's a pretty good effort, mate. What about trans and rear end?
Transmission's a Powerglide 2-speed, trans braked. We leave the line at around about 6,000 RPM, so hence the pretty angry launches that you may see.
So if you leave at 6,000 RPM, what are you turning it to on the run?
8,200 on the gear change. Turn it to 8,200, crosses the line around about 8,400.
Very impressive, mate. Well, I look forward to seeing it out there. Thanks for talking to us.
No worries. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget, viewers, to look up the all-new Shannons Club. Shannons Club is a huge site. It's like a hub for enthusiasts. You jump on there. You can start your own garage, put pictures of your cars up there, stories of your cars, videos, you name it. You'll see people like myself on there, Jim Richards. Click on our garages and check out some of our machines and some of our past machines. It's an incredible site. It's growing every day, so get onto it and have a ball. Well, we're in the pits with Pat Joffrey and a very striking looking XA 4-door GT here. Pat, how's it going for you today, mate?
Pretty good today, really good. Enjoying it heaps.
And tell us a little bit about the car, mate. Tell us a little bit about the power plant, the drivetrain.
The engine's a 393, C10 auto and a 9-inch 411s. Pretty much the standard sort of stuff you sort of see in most cars.
And what sort of horsepower is it making?
Around about 500 at the flywheel.
Should be a pretty torquey sort of a thing too, I bet.
Yeah, it gets up and goes. The last run got up pretty well, so I was happy with it.
Well, there's nothing like cubic inches to create that torque and that acceleration. What sort of times are you hoping to get down to this weekend?
I'm running 11.5s at the moment. I've got to see the last run. Seemed pretty good.
Very impressive, mate. Well, she's a beautiful looking car. I absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of XA and XY. Plenty of other cars too. I'm sure people are sick of hearing about it, but it's great talking to you, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Back in the pit area with Brett David. Looks like you got that XY hooting out there, mate. Into the nines. How'd it go?
Yeah, got 978, mate, and I'm really impressed at 141. So
Much more in it, do you think?
hope so, mate. Hope so. We're getting ready to go out again. We'll be really impressed if we can get to 9.6, mate. We're loving it. So yeah, fingers crossed for us, and yeah, we'll wait and see.
Good stuff, mate. Have fun.
Yeah, thank you.
We're back with Geno Marston here in his XT Falcon. How'd it go out there, mate? How's it going today?
We've just done our second pass. It's running 10.36 at 131 mile an hour, so picked up a little bit from our first pass, which was a 40, so we're just back to roughly where it was, so we'll see where we go again later on.
Good stuff. And I see Victor's in the car with a laptop computer. What's he doing there?
Yeah, we've got a 2-channel tacho, which has got like a bit of a data logger in there, like tail shaft sensor and RPM sensor, so it just tells us where to shift if I'm over revving it or under revving. We can actually tell where to get the best CT and things like that.
Good stuff, mate. With the old 351 Cleveland still trucking along. Well done, mate.
That's it, the old standard stroke, mate. Go for it.
We'll have a look at what I've found, viewers, a sensational 1967 GT 500 Mustang here, owned by Nez de May. What a beautiful car, mate. Tell us all about it.
Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate those words. Yeah, Glenn, look, I brought the car about 8 years ago, actually on the 1st of May, and I really love the car, and basically it's a 67 GT 500. The colour on the car is dark moss green, and it runs a 4-speed top-loader manual. And the car has actually won 4 gold awards in original class, 2 state and 2 national awards at the latest Shelby Nationals in Dandenong. That's incorporated with the Victorian Mustang car show as well too, the Roundup.
Now, a good friend of mine, Joe Collegia, told me that you're involved with the Shelby Register in Australia and you help people like himself out with their Shelbys?
Yeah, exactly. I was elected Australian Shelby Registrar back in 2009, which is the greatest honour actually. And I thoroughly enjoy that position because of the advice and all the things that go together with the Shelby side of it, helping people to live their dreams as well too.
Interesting, mate. Now, I believe we've got some sad news today for the Shelby fraternity. Tell us a little bit about that, mate.
Yeah, actually today I was sent an official email from Shelby America stating that Carroll Shelby unfortunately has passed away in Dallas, Texas in a hospital. His age was 89 years old, and what he brought to the fraternity of Carroll Shelby and the motor industry in saying that the car racing that he raced back in the 60s, and also with the AC cars and also the Shelby Mustang, is unforgettable. So that's why I brought my car out here at Calder Park Ford Nationals in his honour to drive the car, and not only that, the car won another trophy today as well, which goes in hand in saying that, you know, I will always cherish that trophy on today's day.
Very sad news, mate. Look, beautiful car. Thanks for talking to us, Nez, and enjoy the car.
Well, thanks very much, Glenn, and keep up the good work at Gasolene. It's a great show. Well done, Glenn.
Thank you very much, mate. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
So what we've done here in honour of Carroll Shelby, we've made up a poster, a commemorative poster for Carroll's life and for the things that he's done and for the Mustang movement. So the Cobra's here that's highlighted designates the cars that he was involved with in the Mustang builds that he did, and all the funds from this will be going to the Carroll Shelby Foundation. So if you'd like to get one of these posters, you can go to the Mustang website, mustangmotorsport.com.au, or get in touch with your local Mustang Club member. He'll help you and steer you in the right direction.
Well, it's good to see they've let a Holden slip through the gates here at the Ford Nationals. This beautiful Monaro here, owned by Nick Milinkovic. Beautiful car, mate. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, I bought it from Sheila. It was a cleaner at my work. She's had it since brand new. She told me that if I wanted a good car, and I scored it off her for a good price and put all my own running gear in it, and yeah, went from there, sort of thing. Yeah.
Now, I noticed you mentioned that it's not, you know, a concourse car in the body. You've just tidied it up and you want to use the thing and enjoy it.
Yeah, it looks good from about 30 metres, but, well, you know, it's tough, it sounds tough, it's got all good gear in it, so one day I'll restore it, so when I get a chance I'll do it, so yeah.
Good stuff. And tell us a little bit about the internals in the engine.
Yeah, got a lot of stuff from Rocket. It's a good engine, 427, small block, 18 degree, made 690, 584 footies. Powerglide, 5600 converter, 4 ones, radial tyres, full exhaust, no suspension aids, and yeah.
Good stuff. And what are you hoping to run in the car today if the weather clears up? It looks like the sun's shining, mate, so we might see the track dry out.
I better say low 10. That's it. 9.9 if we going home, that's it.
Well, it'll be a good effort, mate. Thanks for talking to us. I look forward to seeing it in anger out there.
No worries. Thanks, buddy.
Well, here we are back at Rocket Industries once again, so let's go inside and take a look around. I want to talk to you about carburetors. Check out this Dominator here. It'd look fantastic on your mantelpiece, wouldn't it? What an awesome looking carb. Now, when it comes to carburetors, it's very important to make sure that you size it correctly. We'll talk about your average, say, 400 to 500 horsepower small block V8. Now, In most cases, you'll run between a 750 and 850 CFM on that type of configuration. But different engines come in different sizes, so it's very important to make sure they are sized correctly. Now, there are lots of calculations about, if you have a look on the net and search around, I'm sure you'll find them, that you can punch in the specifications of your engine, the given size and also the RPM range that you're going to use, and you'll get something that's pretty close. But it is very important not to oversize your carburetor. Many people out there think that bigger is better, but it's all about airspeed at a given engine speed. So if you go for a giant carburetor like this 1150 Dominator here on, say, a 350 small block that's making around 400 horsepower, you'll find that thing will be quite unresponsive and probably lack power in the low to mid range. You might only make a little bit more power upstairs compared to, say, a 750 or something like that, but overall a 750 would be a far better choice for that sort of application, maybe even a 650. So sometimes think on the smaller side to get the throttle response you're looking for and the overall drivability. Now, when it comes to carburetors versus modern day fuel injection, they're two different kettles of fish, but don't discount the carb. Fuel injection, a proper fuel injection system does give you quite a bit of flexibility in ignition timing and fueling and many other areas. The drivability is almost very, very hard to beat. But a good carb these days has a lot of tunability, and you can tune that thing to get the perfect air-fuel ratio through all RPM ranges and all driving loads and get them pretty close. But there is one advantage that I do like with the carb versus fuel injection. Yes, with an injector down close to the inlet port, you do get advantages. You do get pretty good atomization down there, but the good old carb, when she's sitting right up on top, up high on that manifold, it actually does get incredibly good fuel atomization, because by the time it gets down to the inlet port, it's atomized perfectly. Now, as an example, your modern day V8 supercar runs fuel injection, right? But it actually runs the injector right up high in the trumpet. Same as Formula Ones, they do the same thing. Now, the reason they do that is because by the time the fuel does get down through that intake runner, down into the intake port, the fuel has atomized to absolute perfection, therefore providing a better burn and more horsepower. The only downside is with the injector sitting right up there, if you had a backfire or something like that, there is a danger of fire, and that's why you don't see that sort of setup on a road car. So what I'm saying here in a nutshell is the good old carb is sitting up high doing the same thing as that injector on that Formula One and that V8 supercar. So when it comes to making power, don't discount the carb. They're still not a bad thing.
For your free copy of the Rocket Industries and Aeroflow Performance Products catalogues, go to the Gasoline website and click on the link. With over 650 combined pages of performance parts and accessories, you're sure to find everything you need for your car.
You're watching Gasoline.
Well, we're with Vanessa Perry again. How are you going out there, Vanessa? The car looks strong.
Good, yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, it's going all right.
What sort of numbers?
My last run was a 10.70, so yeah, 10.70, it's going all right. So.
And what sort of mile per hour is it running?
I think it was 125 on the last one. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Well, that's pretty good going. I look forward to seeing you line up against your husband there. I think that'll be a good race, the old Holden versus Ford battle.
Yeah, well, he's a bit scared, I think. I think he's taken off.
He has every right to be.
Yeah, he's a little bit scared, you know. He doesn't want to be a bit embarrassed, I think. So
especially at the Ford Nationals.
I know. Yeah, so.
Well, thanks for talking to us. Have fun out there.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Well, we're here with Ken Perry, just about to line up for his next run, and this XY of his sure hangs one mean burnout. But you know that Monaro we saw earlier on, Vanessa? Well, that's his wife. So Holden and Ford battle on the strip. What's going on, mate? You going to get out there and race her?
Oh, if it comes up to that, doesn't really worry me.
And how's the car going for the night?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's not missing a beat.
What sort of numbers does it run?
Tonight's run 10.21. Best time it's run is 10.12 at 133 mile an hour.
Engine-wise, what you got under the hood?
393 Cleveland. CHI heads, just pump fuel.
Horsepower?
Probably 600, 650, I don't know.
Oh, that's not much, 650.
The track will tell.
Well, she's certainly one wild ride, mate. I hope you get to line up against your missus.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Thanks for talking to us, Ken.
No worries, thank you.
Thanks. Well, we're here with John Franney in his beautiful XW Falcon here. He's all packed up and ready to go home. How did it go for you today?
Yeah, pretty good. We got about 10 or 11 runs in and did a best of a 1073 at 126 mile. That's my personal best. I'm pretty happy with that.
Fantastic, mate. Now, I hear you, when the weather got a bit sour and it started to rain, you packed up, went home. One of your mates said, hey, the weather's cleared up, get back here. You travelled an hour and a half to get back here and go racing again, mate.
That's exactly it. Dropped the boys off, one of the other cars off, and got the phone call and thought, oh, well, it's set up, ready to go. Well, let's go back and have another crack. And that's when we got the 1073. So, yeah, it was all worth it. Yeah.
Well, that's what I call dedication, mate. A job well done, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Well, I'm with Victor Bianchi here, and it's time to go home for Team XT Falcon. How did it go for you today?
It didn't go too bad. It went 3 or 4 36s, 34s, and then the 40s. And I think the diff gears are the wrong. We got 2 sets, so we thought the 48s, the 488s might make it a bit better in the first half of the track, but we didn't think we were going to lose so much in the top end. So we'll go back to the other gears and we'll come out again and do more battle.
And what sort of mile per hour was the car running?
Well, today we wouldn't go faster than 131.50, and it has gone 133 at 10.19, so we'll try it again and hopefully we'll get back there.
Good stuff, mate. With the old Clevo, just keeps on trucking. Well done.
Thanks, guys, and thanks to Gasolene again. See you next time.
Our pleasure. Well, that's it for us here, the team at Gasolene. We're heading home. The 2012 Ford Nationals is over for us. But I've got to say, I really enjoyed this event. There's nothing like a bit of drag racing to get the adrenaline pumping. I want to be out there. It looks absolutely awesome. Tyre smoking action. Once again, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Gasolene. And remember, viewers, if you want to see past Gasolene episodes, go to shannons.com.au. Click on the Gasolene link and enjoy. And remember, this is a whole new season of Gasolene with new episodes every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m, Australia-wide.
Gasolene is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curson, producer, creator of Gasolene. Hope you enjoy.